Boxing trash talkers who got humiliated in the ring, part 7. Let's pray for better days and go listen to Sicker Society. Let's get it. Hit that sub too if you want more vids, and hit that like. I heard that y'all don't got the shit to watch, so I'm right here thugging for y'all.
Man, the only thing me and Charles Martin have in common is we're both Americans.
I walk this earth like a god.
I definitely think I'm the GOAT, the greatest of all time of Australian heavyweight.
No one's ready, Devin. Anywhere you're at? Where you at, Devin? I'd take out anybody.
Some fighters just can't keep their mouths shut, and they love to showboat and boast. These are the fights that proved why sometimes silence is golden. The trash talk, the antics, the cocky celebrations. Some fighters thrive on it, building hype and fueling rivalries.
I smelt the fear. Stinks of fear up here.
But when the bell rings, the ring has no patience for empty words. Welcome back to Fight Story.
Daddy, I don't think you've seen me fight.
I haven't seen you fight.
I'm a dog. From the Bronx, you heard?
Don't talk and don't back up like the rest of the Americans.
We'll see. Give it a bring in, man.
Eddie,
Not like the rest
more
of
in
the
this geezer though, man. Because it's not about June 23. Let's show some respect standing in front of me.
At the time of their clash, Anthony Joshua was riding the momentum of a perfect knockout streak, having just dismantled Charles Martin to win the IBF heavyweight title. He was Britain's golden boy, undefeated, devastatingly powerful, and seen as the next dominant force in the division.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it is.
There's
no acting in it. There's no acting. It's heavyweight boxing, man. You got yourself a fight. You can act big and bad in front of all these cameras, man, in front of your promoters and all these people.
Stevie Wonder,
in the end, you got to put a mouthpiece in your mouth and the gloves on your hands.
Dominic Breazeale, meanwhile, was an undefeated American with size, toughness, and a belief that he could expose Joshua. He dismissed the Martin fight as a fluke and vowed to not be another Charles Martin.
Everybody keeps comparing me to Charles Martin, man. The only thing me and Charles Martin have in common is we're both Americans. Two completely different boxing styles, two completely different fighters, two completely different edges and goals in life.
I walk this earth like a god.
From the opening bell, Joshua set the tone. This was a mismatch. Every jab snapped Breazeale's head back. Every right hand made him question why he had asked for this fight. He was tough, sure, but toughness only delays the inevitable.
15 knockouts in the heavyweight division.
He's game, isn't he? He's gutsy.
Oh, good body shot there.
The legs are completely gone.
By round 7, survival had replaced confidence. Joshua, methodical and merciless, lined up the kill shot,
Really
a sledgehammer right that sent Breazeale crashing to the canvas. He beat the count, but Joshua wasn't in the business of letting opponents linger. Another bomb followed. Game over. Breazeale thought he was built different. He wasn't. He was just another Charles Martin.
It's good, it just feels like I've been in a fight, man. Nose is a little busted up, eyes well, but that's the nature of the beast, man. We're professional fighters and came out healthy. I'm walking, no concussion, so I'm doing well.
Damn.
How we doing? I just seen Paul Gallen's little video.
Doing well.
Anthony was
How we doing?
seeing
I just
red
seen
that
Paul
day.
Gallen's little video. I've agreed to the date. April 14 is my birthday. What
Brother like Dana White.
a great day to bash you.
Lucas Brown came into the fight as a supposed former world champion, a seasoned heavyweight with knockout power and years of experience. But at 42 years old and coming off a long layoff, questions surrounded how much he had left in the tank. Across from him stood Paul Gallen, a former rugby league star turned boxer, riding a wave of momentum after upsetting Mark Hunt. Some saw Gallen as an overachieving brawler. Others saw him as a legitimate threat. Brown dismissed Gallen as a sideshow, brushing off his chances of victory. He was the natural heavyweight, the true boxer. He had seen it all before. Gallen, he was just another footballer, trying to play fighter.
Bash Gallen.
Hashtag. You got a hashtag.
Hashtag Bash Gallen.
I definitely think I'm the GOAT, the greatest of all time of Australian heavyweights. I realise there's better heavyweights in the world, and there has been, but in terms of Australian heavyweights, I am the GOAT. I'll be using angles and turning and all the rest of it, and see how he likes my power.
Then reality hit, hard. The moment the fight started, Gallon blitzed forward with relentless pressure. He didn't give Brown a second to settle, swarming him with volume punches and refusing to let him breathe. Brown, expecting a slower pace, was caught cold. A right hand stunned him. A left hook sent him crashing. Before he could recover, another flurry dropped him again. In just 1 minute and 55 seconds, the fight was over. Lucas Brown, the former WBA champion, had been dismantled in under 2 minutes by a man many had written off as a novelty act. Paul Gallon had not just beaten him, he had bulldozed him.
I don't know why I said it to myself, but all day I woke up this morning, it's just with him, I didn't say it to anyone, so, but I knew him myself. I was going to win this in the first
round.
round.
I like what he said, bro.
Put him on though. Look at it. Look at it.
Some words.
I'm ready. I am ready to go.
Tell him.
No one's ready. Devin Haney, where you at? Where you at, Devin? I'd take out anybody.
When I was young, I wanted to be famous. The front covers of the fucking papers, name up and lights.
Joe Laws came into the fight undefeated, full of swagger, and with a reputation for all-action wars. He was loud, brash, and had built a cult following with his fearless, come-forward style. But on the other side stood Ryland Charlton, quieter, less hyped, but dangerous. Charlton wasn't interested in the noise. He was there to expose it. Laws promised fireworks. Charlton promised a reckoning.
When it comes Saturday, I'm going to smack him about. That's what I want to do. I'm going to punch him all over. And that's always been my mindset.
I don't know how it's going to come, but it's going to come. Simple as that.
Wrong answer.
Okay, what's your answer then?
I'm going to knock him out.
Anything back to that?
Not really, no. He's good at doing the talking, I'm good at doing the beating up.
Bro looks like the Fight Night character I made one time.
So we'll wait and see.
We'll see, won't we? We'll see.
From the opening bell, Charlton showed no respect for the hype. He walked through Law's shots, landed his own with precision, and forced the fan favorite into uncomfortable territory.
Good body shot. Lovely body. Laws felt that. Oh my goodness, Laws is in trouble here in the very first. Charlton acknowledged.
By the third round, the fight had turned into a nightmare for Laws. A thudding right hand sent him crashing to the canvas.
Really be like the most random fights that
he got up, but his legs were gone. Charlton smelled blood and closed the show. Another barrage, another knockdown. The referee had seen enough. Joe Laws, the undefeated local hero, had been dismantled in just 3 rounds. Ryland Charlton, he hadn't just silenced the hype, he'd crushed it.
It's what I expected. Like, I've been training my ass off for this, and no disrespect to Joe or anything, I think he's a great guy, great boxer, but he's a ticket seller.
Florian Marcoux had made a name for himself outside the ring before ever stepping between the ropes. A former kickboxing champion turned boxing sensation, he carried an undefeated record and an attitude as sharp as his punches. With a rabid Albanian fan base behind him, he wasn't just fighting for himself. He was fighting to prove that he was the next big thing in boxing. Tommy Broadbent, on the other hand, was no stranger to tough fights. A journeyman with a reputation for durability, he had faced his fair share of hard hitters. From the opening bell, Marca made it clear, this fight wasn't going the distance. Broadbent tried to establish himself early, throwing a few jabs to test the waters, but Marcoux walked him down.
How did this guy even find these clips? Like, where was the trash talk?
Like a man who already knew the outcome.
Oh, it's in the ring.
From here, Broadbent turned the fight into his own personal comedy special, showboating, taunting, and acting like the main character in a movie only he was watching. Hands down, chin up, daring his opponent to hit him, until he did. The crowd enjoyed the theatrics, but the punches weren't laughing. Each time Broadbent played to the cameras, Marcoux played to his jawline.
We're not even fighting, he ignored it every time.
By the third round, Broadbent had absorbed enough punishment. A final brutal combination, sent him reeling, and the referee stepped in. Marku had his statement victory. Another name on his record, another step toward the bigger fights he craved. Before the infamous egg slap, Conor Benn was a wrecking ball, blitzing opponents with speed, power, and relentless aggression. He fought like a man with something to prove, and more often than not, he did just that. But entering the fight against Peter Dobson, the stakes were different. After a year clouded by controversy outside the ring, this wasn't just about winning, it was about reclaiming his reputation.
Ready.
You just said it.
I'm ready.
You just said
Why would
it.
I be scared of you?
Twitching again.
Why would I be scared of you? You green. All you do is throw hard shots. I already know what you're gonna do. You throw hard, wild shots.
With critics circling and questions lingering, Ben stepped through the ropes with the same ferocity, ready to remind the world exactly who he was. Dobson, an undefeated New Yorker, wasn't just there to make up the numbers. He believed Ben had never faced someone like him.
Conor's father is a world champion, millionaire, so you know he paved the way with his legacy, and he gave him the route that I would give my son. The easy route is just me and him when we get in the ring, and we're gonna see which path made the better fighter. The path when you had help from your father, or the path when you got it out the mud. I'm a dog from the Bronx, you heard?
From the opening bell, Ben set the tone. His trademark aggression, rapid combinations, and vicious body shots kept Dobson on the back foot. Dobson,
I rock with Ben though.
He's tough.
He
took the punishment and fired back, but he never managed to slow Ben down.
Oh, good right hand by Conor Benn. Another one.
He hits under the guard sometimes.
Oh, a good start to the round once again from Conor Benn here.
As the rounds wore on, the pattern was clear. Ben was in control, landing the cleaner, heavier shots, while Dobson struggled to keep up. By the final bell, there was no doubt about the winner.
I was very disappointed, you know, giving it I'm a dog, you know, I'm from the Bronx, you heard, and all that talk, and then coming out and didn't engage.
I'm going into a tournament now, Super 8, to take this man's belt, so I had to, this was actually the first time in my career that I laid off in the final round.
Some fights are about world titles. Others are about proving who truly belongs at the top. This one, it was both. By 2018, George Groves was a man who had seen it all.
I smelt the fear. Stinks of fear up here. They always smell something.
After suffering 3 crushing defeats in world title fights, 2 against Carl Froch, 1 against Badu Jack, his career teetered on the edge of what could have been. But in 2017, he finally got his redemption, stopping Fedor Chudinov to claim the WBA super middleweight title.
Achieved a lifelong goal now, become world champion. It's a wonderful night for me.
With his demons behind him, Groves was the established champion, the technician, the battle-tested warrior with the best jab in the division. If he lost here, his time at the top was over. Then there was Chris Eubank Jr., the brash, flashy, all-action volume puncher, who had built his reputation on a relentless engine and overwhelming lesser opponents.
The Eubank name is well known. What's that? Can you smell that? Is that? It smells like fear. Oh.
He talked like a superstar, fought with the confidence of one, and carried the weight of his father's legacy. But there was one problem. He had never beaten a world-class opponent in their prime. His biggest test? A close loss to Billy Joe Saunders, where his flaws were laid bare. He had steamrolled past lower-tier opposition, but this was a step up, a real step up. This fight was billed as skill versus will, technique versus chaos, the seasoned champion versus the hungry contender. Eubank promised to drag Groves into deep waters, claiming the champion couldn't handle his pressure.
I still think you're a novice, to be fair. I don't see anything in your style that really makes you an expert in the game. You have a belt, but you know, the man you beat to get that belt, I do not rate at all. Hold on to that belt tightly for the next couple of days, man. Sleep with it, hold it close, and enjoy the rest of your time with it, because it's coming home with me on Saturday. You know, if anything, I think you would love to be me. You would love to be in my position. You know, you would love to have the Instagram followers and the style. You're even wearing the same suit I wore when we had our first face-off after your fight.
How did you respond to being compared to a PE teacher? Did that annoy you?
It might come back and bite them in the arse on Saturday night.
When the bell rang, it didn't take long for reality to
Bro,
set
this
in.
is in 2018. Why does it look like it was in like 05?
Hasn't done that. Maybe this is the plan from Eubank, I don't.
In the sole loss on Chris Eubank Jr.'s record as he takes them.
Groves controlled the fight with a masterful
I was
jab,
17 when they
keeping
used to
Eubank
fight.
at bay and frustrating him at every turn.
He's getting caught as he's coming forward.
Eubank, who thrived on work rate, found himself lunging, missing wildly, and eating clean counters in return. His lack of a structured game plan was brutally exposed.
He's able to throw flush as he was picked over, but it was most certainly a scoring blow. He wound up with a big left hook that caught George Groves, and but then Eubank is caught. And now this contest catching fire.
By the later rounds, Eubank was bloodied, desperate, and swinging at ghosts.
Weaving under a wide-legged stance, and he swings for the fences, and his own momentum carries him to the in round number 3. Wound up with a big
He's just jabbing him.
Groves had picked him apart with precision, and even a late shoulder injury couldn't stop him from cruising to a clear, unanimous decision victory.
Blood on the lens here at the Manchester Arena. Toe-to-toe exchanges.
Eubank needed a great last round.
Blood on the lens, blood on the ref.
Groves, though, standing his ground, and he wilts after taking a left.
For Groves, this was validation, a legacy-defining win. For Eubank, it was a harsh lesson in levels. He had talked his way into the fight, but inside the ring, it was clear. Hype only takes you so far.
I couldn't see out of my right eye for pretty much most of the fight, and that affected my style, and you know, I had to resort to loading up, because every time he would move to my right, I couldn't see him, so I would just throw big punches.
Hit that light.